Ever mess around with those AI image generators? You know, the ones that make those crazy realistic pictures?
Oh, yeah,
They're super cool, but they got a catch, don't they?
totally. They need a ton of data, like a ridiculous amount, to really do their thing.
It's like you wouldn't expect a kid to draw a perfect cat after seeing just one picture.
Right. The AI needs that variety, those details, to really nail it.
Exactly. And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. What happens when you've only got a handful of photos of something you want the AI to work with? Someone found a really clever workaround.
I love these kinds of stories. It shows how some creative thinking can really push the boundaries of what AI can do, even with those limitations.
Right. So we're looking at this YouTube video, and the creator wants to make some cool images of their dog, Tommy, but they only have a few pics.
Ah, yeah, I see the problem. AI is all about data. More data usually means better results.
So how'd they get around it?
Well, tell me, what's more data-rich than a still image?
Hmm. Good point. I guess a video.
Exactly.
Oh, I get it. They turn the photos into videos.
Well, not exactly. They used those photos to make short videos of their dog. Then they took screenshots from all those different angles.
Whoa, that's thinking outside the box. So they basically created their own expanded data set.
Exactly. It's like giving the AI more to chew on, more to learn from.
Okay, so they're working with a better data set now, but they still need the right AI tool to make it happen.
They chose one called Flux, which is pretty cool. It lets you visually build how the AI combines different image elements, almost like a digital art studio.
Interesting. So instead of just feeding a bunch of images to a black box AI, you've got some control over the process.
Yeah, it gives you those levers to fine-tune things, to guide the AI toward a specific aesthetic, or in this case, make sure it captures Tommy's,
Yeah.
Tomminess.
Right, because it's not just any dog, it's their dog.
Exactly. So to really get specific, they took it a step further with something called Allura.
Okay, I've heard that term thrown around, but to be honest, I'm a little fuzzy on what it actually means.
Think of it this way. It's like teaching the AI a whole new vocabulary, but specifically about Tommy.
Ah, okay. So, like, instead of just knowing the general concept of dog, it now has words for Tommy's floppy ears or the way his tail wags.
Precisely. It's telling the AI, okay, forget everything you know about dogs in general for a second. This is Tommy. This is what makes him special. Now learn it.
It reminds me of those AI models that can mimic famous painters.
Yeah, exactly. Like training it on a specific artist's style so well, it can create new pieces in that same vein.
In this case, they're training the Laura on the Tommy style. Okay, so they've got the photos, the videos, the extra screenshots, the AI, the Laura. Time for the big reveal. Did it work?
Well, the AI did generate some new images of Tommy, different poses, even some new settings. Pretty impressive when you think about it, starting with just those few photos.
Okay, but how good were the pictures really? Like, did the AI capture Tommy's,
Well,
essence?
that's the trade-off, right?
Right.
We've got this creative workaround, but limited data.
Yeah.
And the AI, it still kind of struggles with those really nuanced details.
I see.
So some images turned out great, remarkably accurate,
Okay.
but others, not so much.
What went wrong?
Sometimes the fur texture was a bit off,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the anatomy looked kind of wonky.
Wonky, her. Yeah, like those AI portraits that give people extra fingers or something. Trying its best, but it's still learning. So how did they fix those little quirks?
W- They did what a lot of AI artists do. They used another AI tool.
Another one. Oh, to upscale the images?
Bingo.
So like taking those AI sketches and making them, what, high definition?
Exactly. Upscaling, it brings in more detail, sharpens everything up, and just makes the images look super polished.
So a bit like adding that final varnish to a painting. It's amazing how many tools and techniques are out there for this stuff. It's like its own art form now.
It really is.
Speaking of art, did they mention what kinds of images they created? Was it all just like Tommy in different poses? Or did they get more creative?
They did mention some of the images had Tommy in like fantastical settings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one was like he was on this big pirate ship,
Okay.
and another one he was like floating in space.
Wow, that's really taking it to the next level.
Right. But it's not like the AI just magically knows how to do all that. Someone has to feed it those images.
Right. They'd have to train it on images of pirate ships and space and all that so it understands what those things look like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really a testament to how much work and creativity this person put into it, even if the technology isn't perfect yet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like they hacked the AI art process, right? They found a way to make it work with what they had, and then they pushed it even further. It's kind of inspiring, actually. Makes you think, what's next for this tech? It seems like it's changing so fast.
I know. And what's really exciting is it's not like this exclusive club anymore, right? You don't need a supercomputer to experiment with this stuff. People are finding clever workarounds using tools that are publicly available.
So we might be on the verge of an explosion of AI-generated art from everyday folks.
Exactly. Think about it. As AI tools become even more accessible, more user-friendly, who knows what incredible things people are going to create. It's a really fun time to be interested in this stuff.
It really is. This whole deep dive's got me thinking, what could I cook up with AI and a little ingenuity? Maybe I'll dust off those old vacation photos, see what I can come up with.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of DIY AI image generation. Until next time.